So if you're trying to fire your hips on the downswing, this video might just get you thinking twice about doing that. So when we look at the distance the hips move in relation to the hands, it's tiny. So when I set up my hips are square, now if I get to the top of my backswing, my hips have moved from here. They've turned 45 degrees and now they're here. So they've turned or moved probably 7 or 8 inches. On the downswing to halfway, they're going to move back to square. So they've moved another 7 inches. And then from halfway to impact, they're going to turn another 7. And it's just impact we want to look at. We're not really going to focus too much on the follow through with this. So in total, they've moved probably around 21, 22 inches, whereas the hands have moved much further. So if you kind of look at that 7 inches, as I move the club away, there's 7, there's about another 7, there's another 7, another 7, another 7. The hands have moved probably about 6 or 7 times further than your hips. So what's going to happen if you try and fire your hips first on the downswing when your hands are all the way up here? And this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to kind of leave your hands up here, then you're going like this. Okay, you're causing a massive separation between the upper body and the lower body. You're really going to mistime everything. For the better player, when you tend to do that, leaving the hands up and fire the hips, you kind of get ahead of it too much. You get the club stuck behind you, and you end up then using the hands to compensate. You feel very flippy through the ball. For the amateur golfer, when you're trying to fire the hips and the body, you then actually come in over the top, and then you're creating that out to in swing path, slices and poor strikes with no distance. So what do we need to do first then, rather than trying to focus on firing the hips? We need to keep the body quieter. Your body will respond to the club. You know, if you pick up something heavy, or if you grab 2 or 3 golf clubs, so you've got a bit of weight there, and then if you just get them to the top of your golf swing, if you just let these clubs fall with gravity, then your body will respond to that by turning out of the way, versus getting to the top there and then trying to do this before the club's even started down. So what I'm trying to say here is, you first move down in the transition, you've got to get the hands moving down really quickly. We've got to get that club down quickly, and don't even think about what your hips are doing. Don't try and turn your hips. So literally you want to be getting to the top of your swing, and then don't even focus on the hips, just get the hands down quick, get them down to halfway like this. What we want to see halfway down, shaft parallel to your feet. Okay, knees flexed, hips fairly square. At this point here, your hips are going to be square. It's from then on that they're going to open up. So if you're kind of down in this position and you're already here, okay, you're getting left behind there with the club, you're going to end up flipping it. So think of the hands as gear 1 and then the body is gear 2. So what we're trying to do is actually get the hands down first to match up with the body rotation. So if you do a couple of practice swings where you get to the top, from there just focus on getting the hands down quick to halfway. What you're looking for is for your hips to be square. Maintain that flex in your knees. You can see my backside is out in a bit of a squat position, and that's where we want to be. We don't want to be in this position, because then you're going to end up flipping as a good player, or if you tried to fire those hips early as an amateur, you're typically going to be outside to win on your swing path. So do that as a rehearsal. You can do it on the course, make a backswing, stop at the top, and then just come down, stop halfway. But really it's good to get a feeling of doing it pretty quick like this. And it's great to do it with a GForce Swing Trainer. I've got the 7 iron here, because you don't always know whether you're doing it right or wrong. But with the GForce Swing Trainer super flexible shaft, if you're swinging off plane slightly, too far in to out or too far out to in, you're going to hit it miles off to the right. So it really is a great tool just to help you keep an eye on what's going on with your swing. So get to the top, stop, bring it down, halfway, stop. Feel like the hips are square, knees flexed, feel like I'm pushing down into the floor. That's going to help the hips turn once we swing the hands up with the body rotation. And then give it a rip. So hands have got to go first, not the hips. I'm going to put a link in the description on a video I did with a resistance band, and it's really going to help you understand a bit more what I'm going on about in this video, and why you've got to get your hands down really quickly and stop thinking about firing the hips and firing the body, because that's why you're getting in trouble. Probably seen Rory doing a split hand grip drill, and I've done one myself. I'll leave the link in the description. But basically what he's doing is getting to the top of his swing, stopping, and then driving the club down, stopping halfway down. Now if you watch him do this particular drill, what you'll notice when he stops halfway down is his hips are perfectly square. Now you're trying to get open here, aren't you, when you get halfway down? So look at the best player in the world, his hips are square when he's coming down into this position, into this particular drill. And then from there, what he's done is he's got his hands, arms synced up with the body rotation, gear 2, and then from there, everything can pull through together. There's a lot more stability in your body when you get here with your hips square versus getting them too far out in front here. So you want to be there, and then we can turn through the ball. So do that rehearsal to the top. Okay, bring it down, stop, hip square, pushing into the ground, then hit your shot. So next time you go to the range, get that feeling, getting the hands down really quickly in the transition. Don't think too much about your hips. Okay, your body's going to respond to the club. Thanks for watching.